To Taste of the Caribbean here on the Callaloo Network. I'm your host, Jessica Kyler. We're here on the beautiful island of St. Croix, visiting Reminisce Restaurant, and I'd like to introduce you to Chef Phil Teetree, who's going to put a little twist on some corn muffins today.
How you doing?
Great, great.
Welcome back.
Thank you. So today we're going to prepare the first, it's an appetizer, which is corn muffins, but it's your twist on corn muffins.
Jalapeno cornbread muffins.
So they're going to be spicy.
Yeah, a little bit spicy, not too spicy.
Okay, so how do we get started? What are our ingredients over here?
Today we're going to start with cornmeal, fine cornmeal, flour, sugar, cheddar cheese, frozen corn, diced jalapeno, butter, salt, pepper, 2 eggs, and baking powder.
Okay. So you said frozen corn. Is that a necessity to have the frozen corn? Okay.
Yeah. You have to make that batter nice and thick.
All right. So how do we get started?
Okay. We get started by mixing all the dry ingredients.
All right. I can help you.
Pour water in there.
Now, how much cornmeal?
This is about 2.5 cups of cornmeal.
And this makes how many muffins?
This makes approximately, I want to say, 15 muffins. 15?
Okay.
Muffins.
And just all-purpose flour?
Yeah.
Okay. How much all-purpose flour?
2.5 cups of each.
Okay. And same with sugar?
Same with sugar.
There you go.
Yeah. You want to incorporate that and mix that up?
Okay.
Give me that.
Okay. Now, how did you put your twist of the jalapenos on this? Because I've never had jalapeno corn muffins.
But I had muffins in the States. I made it in the States, and a client asked if I could make something different, and it was from Mexico. So I figured I did a little research. So you see the cilantro or some type of pepper, which I picked jalapeno, because I would have jalapeno before.
Okay.
And that's how I came up with that idea.
All right.
So you go ahead and stir that up for me.
Okay, so
this is 2 tablespoons of baking powder.
Baking powder.
Incorporate that in.
All right.
Pinch of salt. And you notice I put all the dry ingredients together.
Yes.
Keep them going. While you're stirring it and incorporating it,
all right.
I'm going to start with the wet items. I'm going to use 1/2 cup of butter.
Okay, so you're putting that in the pan.
Yeah.
And we're over low heat?
Medium.
Medium heat.
Yeah. And you're just cooking the jalapenos just enough to get some of the flavor out.
Okay, so this is making 15 muffins, but how many jalapenos?
This is 1/2 cup of jalapeno.
Oh, 1/2 cup, okay.
And about 3 tablespoons of butter.
Okay. Now, do you use salted or unsalted butter?
I use unsalted butter.
Okay.
Then we have the control to the very end if you want to
smell those peppers.
Yeah. And the jalapeno.
You gotta be careful not to touch the peppers and like rub the eyes.
Yes.
Right?
When you work with the jalapenos, you make sure you wear gloves.
Yeah.
Because you will pay for it. Okay, so a little saute. Maybe a little salt and pepper to this.
All right.
You're getting it just, so you could be tender. You still want to keep that little crunch in it, and it's just to get the flavor out.
Now, could you use a different type of pepper in there?
Yes, you can. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I just prefer jalapeno.
Okay.
I've worked with jalapeno before doing different things. So what I'm going to do next is, since it's already incorporated, I'm going to add all my wet items. I'm going to do milk.
Okay.
I want to start with about 1 cup of milk.
Cup of milk.
2 eggs.
Okay.
You just want to whip this up for me gently. Okay. Turn this off.
Now, would this be something that you would have at the restaurant? Yeah. To substitute bread?
Actually, it's on the catering menu.
Okay, on the catering menu. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the catering menu. But then I have it rolls where I accompany it with a salad. And use some jalapeno instead.
Okay. Now, am I blending these two together?
No, first you gotta add this.
Okay.
Put it down. Turn. Take this. Incorporate the jalapeno and the butter. Put this. You just want to stir it. Incorporate that good.
So not much jalapenos.
No, not much. You don't want to add too much. You don't want jalapenos to overpower the corn.
Okay, and what technique are you doing there?
Right here, I'm just making some space for the wet mix to go in, and what you do is you just fold it in slowly, so you don't want it all to clump up all at once.
Okay.
So before you do that,
okay,
I do my corn.
frozen corn. And how much frozen corn?
It's 2.5 cups. And
in the cheese. So that's just straight up cheddar cheese.
Yeah, straight cheddar cheese. 2.5 cups cheddar cheese.
Okay, so you're just folding it over. Now, could you use a different type of cheese, like Parmesan cheese, or?
I prefer to use the cheddar cheese because the cheddar cheese is sharp cheddar. It holds it together. When you break it, you get it, and it keeps it moist.
Okay.
Yeah, Parmesan cheese, I don't think would be a good combination with the corn muffin. So if I incorporate this good, I will start again. Let it hold. Then pour it in.
Okay.
We can pour all of it.
All of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yep. And get this.
Okay.
This out of the way. Yeah. And you just hold it. Yeah. Just keep holding it.
Okay. Now, could you make these ahead of time and put them in the freezer?
Yes, actually, they stay real good in the freezer. And when you want to take it out, you take it out and let it at least an hour, let it get back to room temperature.
Okay.
And it'll be just as good as new. Yeah, I actually make this in batches, like for a wedding. And I'll make maybe 50 to 100 of them. And as I make them, I freeze it. It goes right in the freezer. And the next day, I'll take it out, put it in a basket, and cover it with a warm rag, and it'll come right back to room temperature.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
How am I looking?
Keep going.
Okay.
Now I save some extra milk to add. Actually, yeah, you want the spoon to go down to the bottom of the pan, yeah, and bring it up. See how it's still dry?
Yeah.
Yeah, take the spoon and fold it. And what I do is I keep some extra milk on the side because you want it to come almost like a batter.
Oh, you do?
Like a fish batter, but not too wet. Yeah. What I'm doing, I'm dragging the spoon against the bowl, getting all the way down to the bottom. See how it's still dry? Yeah. And you see it get nice and wet. And you just keep folding. And while I'm folding, I'm spinning the bowl. And you can add a little bit more.
Looking good.
See, like right here, how it's nice and wet, but not too wet. That's what you're looking for, the whole thing to come just like that.
Now, could you make this in a muffin pan?
This is what I use. I use a muffin pan.
Okay.
I prefer to use a muffin pan
Okay.
because it's individual servings. I mean, you can still use it in a baking pan, but I think I get best results in a muffin pan.
Okay. Just because it's better portion.
Yeah, and you have control. And some ovens, if it's not a conventional oven, it has hot spots, and the ones on this side, it's gonna burn compared to the ones in the front.
Yep. So that looks good.
This
So that
is it.
doesn't take long to actually put together.
No, we don't. This is it right here. And what you can do is
Excellent.
you get your baking pan, and I use Pam cooking spray. And if you don't have Pam, you can always use butter. You take a little bit of butter in your hand, you can use your pockets, and flour. And you just shake the flour around, empty the excess flour, pour your batter in. So do a little bit of you want to get these coated nice, all the way around. You cover it.
So when you use the cooking spray, you don't have to use the powder?
No, the butter and the flour is if you don't have the
yeah.
cooking spray.
Okay.
This is just much easier. Get all the edges.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's it. What we're going to do is we're going to use half a spoon. And don't forget you have baking powder in here, so this is going to rise. So you want to fill it just about there to the top.
Okay.
Oh.
And then you bake
Everyone.
these in the oven?
Yeah.
What's the temperature?
300.
300.
30 minutes.
For 30 minutes and you're done.
Yeah.
And should we let them cool for a little while? Or?
Yes. When you could check it at 20 minutes, and
Sorry.
by that time it should be already rising.
Uh-huh.
And if it's not, you just give it extra 5 minutes, and you have to let it
Making
cool.
a mess.
That's all right. That's all right. There's no problem. It's not going to stick. Yeah. Here, what I do is I keep my hand up below the bowl,
Okay.
and then
Scoop it in.
yes, put it in.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
It's
Go ahead.
fine. Yeah, when you take it out, it's going to start to cool, and while it starts to cool, it's going to separate from the pan, and that's how you're going to know it's done.
Okay, good to know. And we have the final product right up here.
Yeah, right here. This is the final product right here.
Cool.
Jalapeno cornbread muffins.
Very good. Good job, Chef.
Thank you.
Okay, so when we come back for our second segment, you're going to teach us how to make a nice twist on Alfredo sauce.
Alfredo, yeah, shrimp Alfredo with blue cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So
Okay.
stay tuned.